Let's move on to game number 2. This is a best of 3 series. So Anatolia and Joy is playing like Quetzalcoatl and Malp is playing as Loki. Okay, both players, as we see, they are going on the bottom. I feel like Loki is a very good counter to Aztecs, like he's with the Chinese civilization. Joy started with 4 on food. Okay. Okay, both players look at how close their dogs, their respective dogs are. Okay. I hope it's not too loud for you. We have 4 on wood now for Joy. On the other side, 3 doors already for Malp. I think this is his main god. So fast. You think a fast heroic into Celestial Priest time? Okay, maybe yeah. Joy also going for okay, he went for a little bit of a gold. He will need more gold to build the temple because he got the so Bentley for favor. Okay, we see also Joy going for the top side now. The dog costing 125 resources. Malp is going for a second dog on the bottom. Okay, so let's see how many fishing boats is Joy gonna get on the bottom, because this is really annoying when your opponent actually does that correctly. Top side for Joy. I would like to see where the temples will be built. So Malp is going for the temple right here, and he stopped production for fishing boats. I like this. He has 6 on the bottom, he has at least 1 here, and he's now building the temple only with a warrior priest. If only he knew about this temple, I feel like he would get the temple quicker to be built. But he's going for another dock, it seems, here on the bottom. So 4 fishing boats on the top and 6 on the bottom, that equals 10. As for Malp, 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, I guess. Malp yet not advancing to heroic age. Joy has clicked up 7% already with Jaguar Knight god power. And he can also do the great abundance to the storehouse over here to get as many resources as possible, because right now Malp is going for a dock on the top, and Joey will need those resources to harass the top side. I feel like if he gets the whole top side while harassing the bottom, he will be fine. See, Malp on the other side has some bugged villagers here and there. I don't like him having the doors like this. Maybe you should put them from this side of the gold mine. Dog is going up for Joy here. And he advanced to the classical age and now he can harass the dog. Let's see if he will be able to get some canoes out before the second dog is up. Okay, he gets one. Oh, he needs to click it. Unfortunately for Joy, this is not the case. See, for Seti, for Malp. Let's see, he's going for those longboats. 4 attack to 7 attack, but a lot cheaper for Joy. Okay, we see Malp is housed right now. Joy has built his houses and he's getting the bottom really easily. As for Malp, he's getting the bottom easily as Joy gets the top side. I think with the same kind of ease. Now we see the god power of the Jaguars casted inside the base of Malp, forcing him off gold for now and luring the Jaguars to the wood line also. Oh, this is huge. If he goes back and just kills the Wolf Shark, oh come on. Okay, those dwarfs. Oh my god. 1 dwarf down, 2 dwarf dead. Oh, if it's gonna be 3, it's huge. Ooh, this dwarf stayed alive with just 10 HP. Okay, Joy has those canoes on auto queue. Those canoes are not working right now, and he hasn't gotten the storehouse empowered with the god power. So Malp now needs to go inside the base of Joy and cause some trouble. Because he lost some villas, he lost some dwarfs actually. He's way behind in resources and he lost the top side. So he needs something to equalize the game. So we see those Hersirs are going. Okay, look at this. He's causing a lot of trouble. And Joy needs to build this craftsman guild, this armory, in order to advance. And he loses 1 villager, that's unfortunate. Okay, he's trying to get the armory up. Oh, come on, don't lose more. He will click to heroic age with the god power of Night Winds. It's actually pretty decent. I would like to see Joy just switch to the other gold mine. Malp is losing Hersirs. He lost 2 of them already, but Joy lost 3 villagers, but he's ahead. For some reason he's ahead by 10 villagers right now. Malp is not making villagers. Yeah, he's not making villagers. I don't know what happened right now. He started creating dwarfs. I don't know what happened. Okay, Joey is getting some archers out. He has some gold left in the bank, 180. He could probably go here, yeah, to this large gold mine. Malp is going full all-in classical age, while those youth parks. I would like also to see. I would like to see a couple of noble quarters being thrown down right away for Joy. He's throwing down another youth barracks. We see another longhouse for Malp. Okay. The Amosoaki, I feel I pronounced it correctly, is able, along with those archers and the Taloani, to defend this position for now. We see 7 Hersirs for Malp. He is at 92 population. Okay, now Joy uses the Great Abundance as it is prosperity. So he would gather a lot of gold. I would like to see a market being thrown down. Don't see any market. Now we see the market. Let's see, he has Persane and he's getting Salt Amphora and he's getting also Boso. If he cancels those two, he can get to Mythic right away. But he prioritizes the Eco right now because he sees all this army. Okay, Malp destroys the building that grants favor to Joy. Let's see. Joy is trying to go to the Mythic Age. He has like 300 gold and he can either take a second TC or stop production, but with 9 Hersirs, with 13 Hersirs and all this army, and Maple got the side TC of Joy. Now this is a ballsy move. Let's see if this pays out. So Noble Quarters are training Auto Middle Knights for Joy. This is the correct unit to use right now against those Hersirs. They are ranged units. I don't know why Joy is going on this town center and leaving his gold mine exposed like this. He's gonna take down the TC, but if Malp finds this gold mine, it's gonna be tough for Joy. Joy would have to stay back, and yeah, now we see Malp found the gold miners. That's gonna be rough for him. Joy is going back. He needs to start trading some resources. He's going inside his base. Defense, so Bragi is up for Malp. And with 13 Hersirs, even more coming on the way, 18, 20. Okay, now he does the flaming weapons. Look at all this idle time, man. Look at all this idle time. 35 villagers. 35 villagers are not gathering resources right now. Okay, this is bad. This is bad for Joy. Joy needs to get those units inside the TC. He is pushing on the other side, but I don't know about fighting this with flaming weapons. He's not making any units. He's not using the market. Come on, Joy. So still 15 seconds left. Joy is sniping away those Hersirs. Really nice job. Look at all those Hersirs dying one by one. I don't know if the TC will stay up. With 2 Aneyars, I don't think that's the case. Joy has a shit ton of resources left in the bank. Let's see if some market is being thrown down by Malp. Not yet. So the TC will go down for Joy. Joy is trying to take a second TC on the other side. He is producing some Tammany. I would like to see more Auto Middles and another Noble Quarters out. Joy was able to build this town center in the end. Okay, and he's also trying to get a second TC right away. So this Auto Middle Knight can take down like... Okay, he could potentially take down also this one with 1 HP. all this operation from Malp has been dealt with by those rams. Joy doesn't have enough military buildings to support all the spam from Malp, but Malp right now sits at 88 population despite having all those resources because all the houses have been destroyed by the rams, and he cannot right now produce any army. He has a troll here that doesn't do anything. He has resources in the bank, but he has a market, and we see Tyr. Why? Why Tyr? No, why Tyr? Hell gives you the game at this point. You just cast Hell here. To counter it, he needs the castle, and then he needs celestial priests. He needs to spend all those resources. Oh my god. Anyway, not even pickaxe for Malp. Not even pickaxe. Okay. Now he's still building houses. Okay, he's Joy is not going mythic yet. He's just trying to raid with some I don't know. And we see Tyr casted inside the base of Joy. It can cause some trouble. Oh, this spawn. Okay, maybe this spawn right here, guys, was the entire game. Celestial priests are coming out of the castle, but oof, Joy is down to 51. Okay. So the celestial, we have 4 celestial priests already, but right now look at how much damage those celestial priests are doing on this wolf. This wolf died without even being able to do anything. Malp is building in the front. He's still housed at 17 minutes. Come on, he has all done for him. He has now shaft mine. Joy on the other side has pickaxe. Let's see the queue for both players. Rams, Automated Knights, Celestial Priests. I think with this combination, Joy can stay heroic and fight for a little bit until he has more resources, or even take a 30C that Malp is doing right now. Let's see. Okay, the Automated Knights and the Celestial Priests are fighting the army here from Loki. Look at how much damage those units are causing to Loki's army here. Look at this. Heavy Automated Knights plus the Celestial Priests are just enough to deal with Loki's army. Oof, the god power to turn the doors into trees. He needs to stay back. Joy needs to trade some resources till the... okay, he did. Let's see what the god of choice is. The Tongati. He gives you the volcano god power. Here we see another raid here. It would be very beneficial to Joy if he finds this settlement being built. I still think that Tyr was a mistake for Malp. Okay, Siege Canoes on the bottom for Joy. He wants to deny the food income for Malp here, and Joy is really close on getting to the next round here, because if he wins this, The series are over. Let's see. Malp has gotten this town center. He will get also this town center. So Malp wants to play this strategically with population. He sees also Joey having a lot of fun here destroying his dogs, but he has a lot of population there too. Let's see if Malp right now he's at 135 pop. So this is a huge fight. Malp wins this very easily. He has a lot of units. To deal with all the units from Joy. Joy is down to 115 population. Malp doesn't have a lot of resources left on the bank. He has just 33 villagers. He has the population advantage, but he has very small number in terms of eco. He's able to push Joy off this gold mine. Now he's getting some trouble to Joy, but Joy still has 800 gold on this gold mine. Joy is building this guild right now, this armory. Malp has also a first line of shield and weapons upgrade. I don't know where Joy's population actually is. I mean, always for... Okay. Why? Why here? Why not on the TC? Okay, probably to make Malp housed so he cannot produce any more Hersirs. I can get behind that. Let's see now. He's losing a lot of villagers though. He's down to 61. He was nearly full villagers. Now Malp is going for some towers. Okay. Okay, but he's losing his entire army, and Joy seems like this volcano on the houses was actually very beneficial to him, as he is now leading 124 pop to just 86 for Malp. See, this fire serpent still kills units here and there. Joy needs to fight from this side. He needs to come over on this gold mine. Still 1300 gold left. He can still trade some food if he wants to. He can get another 2 spots on this fish on the top. I think this was a misclick on the house. But let's see. So no castle now. So no more celestial priest for Joy. He has just the noble quarters. He's getting some marchers out. I would like to see warrior priest and the Taloani. We see another celestial priest. Joy is popped at 130. He should fight at all times with this kind of army. He should fight at all times. Despite his opponent is going only dwarfs. Only dwarf eco. At some point he has carpenters and quarry. And we see his wood and gold eco are great. Okay, we see now the towers being destroyed. Malp now sits at 100 population to Joy is 130. He needs to build way more houses. He's continuously making more and more wolves to get their bonus from becoming a pack. They get a lot of attack and speed. But another Kalmekak is being built, the castle of the Aztecs. So he's gonna get more celestial players. I would like to see those guys here on this gold mine. Joy is losing again a lot of units. I would like to see... Oh, what did I miss here? Okay, Joy destroyed the town center with slingers and rams, it seems. That's why he was popped and we didn't see any army here in the center. Now this is a game-changing move because this town center will put him at 3 town centers also. And let's see. See? If he pushes Malp back now, I don't think Malp would be able to come back from this. He needs a lot of hill forts to be able to come back. See, more noble quarters up for Joy. Joy is pushing here in the middle of the map. 145 pop to 110. During all this game, Malp is housed at the 90% of its duration. See now Celestial Priest, some dwarfs coming, they are very brave dwarfs coming into the fight. And I see that the population difference is way too high. Malp was not creating villagers for a very long time in order for him to go heroic, and that actually hurt his eco. You cannot really see it now, but those resources are stacking up because he is housed for a long time. A lot of siege canoes now for Joy. He sees that he has 3 TCs to his opponent, 2 TCs, so he says why not take also the bottom side, denying of fish from my opponent. He is getting slowly but steadily ahead. Let's see where his all his units are. He has 68 villagers, Malp has just 35, and that's why you see at sometimes here a lot of blue units and not red. Joy has the second line of upgrades. And now we see a forward hill fort. I would like to see Malp go and take this TC, but he's running down on resources. This is what I told you guys earlier, that this eco is just an inflated amount of resources because he was housed for a long time. And I think the tier choice was not the optimal one. I feel like Hell would give him the win right away. Imagine 2 fire giants plus all those Hersirs plus the Nidhogg here on the gold from Joy. Joy is sharing the gold with Malp here. Let's see now the gold situation for Joy. How Joy will do against this. We see a fire giant spawn for Malp. Okay, we see also some coyote priests. Those are like the celestial priests, but they are melee units. They deal with the fire giants also. Okay, we see some Jarls out from Malp. I don't like Jarls, honestly. So also Joy has a trade route going of 61 gold. This is, I think, is as much as he could get. Maybe he can get from here to this TC. Yeah, that one fire giant, look at this. This one fire giant is really taking over the fight and causing some trouble to Joy. Joy is down to 143 population. Look at this, one lone fire giant. More idle units for Malp. I would like to see also those units coming forward. I cannot understand those units. Those slingers are so strong against buildings. They took down the TC, leaving Malp housed again, down to 96 pop. Another TC, oh, look at this. More slingers on this side, and Malp decides to tap out at this time and stage off the game. Joy gets the number 2 win.
If you like the content, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, I stream often on Twitch, so be sure to follow there. If you like the content even more, subscribe. As always, stay awesome guys. See you on Twitch.